A very good afternoon to you. This is Lunchtime News on MTV. I'm Katrina Chang. Before we get into our stories in detail, let's first take a look at your headlines this afternoon. U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for Central and South Asian Affairs, Nisha Biswal, arrives in the island today. Spokesperson for the former president summoned to the FCID. Company said to have leaked oil in the Kalani River loses its environment license. Making headlines this afternoon, U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for South and Central Asian Affairs, Nisha Biswal, who arrived in the country on her third visit, called on the new Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mangala Samaraweera, today. New Minister of Foreign Affairs Mangala Samaraweera took office this morning and met Nisha Biswal, the first foreign diplomat he met after taking office in his new capacity. Discussions between the minister, the U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for South and Central Asian Affairs, centered around developing ties in Sri Lanka's contribution towards regional development. During her stay, Nisha Biswal will meet with the President and the Prime Minister. Assistant Secretary Biswal will complete her tour by tomorrow and will travel to New Delhi, India. Spokesperson for former President Mahinda Rajapaksa and former chairman of CSN Rohan Balivita was summoned to the police FCID today. A police media spokesperson, SP Ruwan Gunasekara, said that he was summoned to the FCID to record a statement over monetary irregularities that had taken place at CSN. The police media spokesperson said that Balivita is being interrogated at present. Now on to other local news. The first Randoli Perahara of Sri Lanka's premier Buddhist procession, the historic Asala Perahara, in the hill of capital of Kandy, will parade the streets tonight. The final Kumbha Perahara of the Asala Perahara festival of the Kandy historic Sri Dalda Maligava paraded the streets last night.
The casket of the sacred relics were carried by the Indaraja Tusker in the fifth and final Kumbha Peraharas of the Asala festival. The Miyan Raja and the Nuruma Raja Tuskers also followed in close procession. The Basnayaka Nilame of the Patini Devalaya in Kandy, Rohan Paranagama, headed the procession representing the Diyavadanath Nilame of the Temple of the Sacred Tooth. The Department of Railways says that a special train service will be in operation starting today for the Asala Perahara. Railway Superintendent of Operations L.A.R. Ratnayaka, speaking to Newsfirst, said that the train service will be in operation until the 30th of this month. Deputy General Manager of Operations at the Sri Lanka Transport Board, Raj Gunatilaka, said that a special bus service will commence starting today in lieu of the Asala Perahara in Kandy. As a tradition prevailing from the ancient past, the offering of bihani by the indigenous community was carried out with the participation of Uruwarage Vanilatto, the chief of the indigenous community. The Avadane Nilame of the Temple of the Sacred Tooth welcomed the indigenous community. On to other local news now. 25 persons have been arrested on charges of election law violations during the post-election period. Police media spokesperson SP Ruwan Gunasekara noted that the post-election period concluded yesterday. He added that 924 persons have been arrested during the entire election period.
Upon the conclusion of the post-election period, the police have carried out 334 raids in order to nab individuals who have violated election laws. We have also received 408 complaints with regard to election law violations. Subsequent to the raids and complaints that we have conducted, we have arrested 924 persons thus far, and the police have seized 504 vehicles in this regard.
Sri Lanka Customs arrested an individual who attempted to smuggle foreign currency overseas. Customs media spokesperson Leslie Gamli stated that the foreign currency in question was worth Rs 4.5 million.
Sri Lankan passenger, he is 40 years of age, from Batiklo, has been arrested by the customs at departure launch airport morning. He had 16,930 sterling pounds, 8,050 Qatar Riyal and 1,350 euro. The total value is 4 million Sri Lanka rupees. This was concealed in his handbag. He was attempted to taken out these foreign currencies to Singapore by UL 306 at 1:15 AM this morning. Investigations are being carried out by the staff of Customs Airport.
Meanwhile, Sri Lanka customs have confiscated foreign currency worth 169 million rupees that was to be smuggled from the country so far this year. Now, customs media spokesperson Leslie Gamni also added that 26 incidents have been reported throughout the year in relation to the illegal smuggling of foreign currency. Now, a three-wheeler believed to have been stolen after killing the driver on the 20th in Mihintale was discovered in Polonnaruwa. The three-wheeler was discovered parked near a house located in close proximity to the Polonnaruwa tourist police. The police were able to discover the three-wheeler when the owner of the house lodged a complaint with the police with regard to a suspicious three-wheeler parked near his residence. Our correspondent noted that they were able to discover the NIC and driving license of the victim inside the vehicle. The driver of the three-wheeler was murdered and the three-wheeler was stolen from the Palagamavawa area in Mihintale. The eco-permit of the factory allegedly responsible for the oil spill that has polluted the Kalani River has been temporarily suspended. Chairman of the Central Environmental Authority, Professor Lal Dharmasiri, said that all operations of the factory have been suspended until further notice. He also stated that investigations have commenced in order to ascertain the damage done to the Kalani Ganga from the oil spill. On the 17th of this month, the Water Supply and Drainage Board had to limit the supply of water to some areas due to the oil spill. Now, police have seized a consignment of 750 kilograms of sea cucumber in the Kudave and Kalpitia that were imported to the country illegally. Police media spokesperson SP Ruwan Gunasekara said that 2 other suspects were also arrested. He added that the suspects and seized sea cucumbers will be handed over to the Ministry of Fisheries and Aquatic Resource Development.